Alrighty, so we want to go ahead and open up your Adobe Photoshop software. And the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create those new documents and set the appropriate settings within Photoshop. So to create your new document, you can do this a few different ways. One way that you can do it is by clicking on File and New, and it's going to open up your new document window here. Okay. So another way that you can do this, if you haven't noticed already, is if you can also click on New File here, and it'll also pop open that new document window. Okay. Another way, if you love to use shortcut keys, you can use your shortcut key, which will be displayed right here. So if you click on File New, you'll see that shortcut key. Now, depending on the type of computer that you're using, I'm using a Mac, so my shortcut key is going to be that Command. If you're using a Microsoft, I believe it's Control N. But if you don't know, if you're unsure, just go ahead and click on File New, hover over here, and you'll see what that shortcut key is here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up that new document window. And here is my document window here. Okay, so I have a whole lot going on, and we're going to break down a few different elements just to kind of get you started with creating some new documents and making sure you set your document to the appropriate settings. So up top here, you have different document presets. We call this document presets. So depending on the type of project that you're working on, if you're working on a photo project, a project for print, or a project for art and illustration, web, mobile. They give you different already determined presets for your file. So the file size, maybe the file resolution, they have it all set here. Okay. If you have any saved document presets, which we're going to show you in a little bit how to find those and create those, you'll find that in your save section here. And then, of course, your recent. So these are going to be all of your recent document presets. Now, when we talk about presets, over here in your preset detail column here, this is how you set the specifications for your document. So if you have a certain document size, you would set that here. If you have a certain width or height that you're looking for, you can also change the measurements. So if you prefer inches, pixels, centimeters, millimeters, points, picas, you can set that here as well. You can change your orientation. So if you want it to be in portrait or landscape mode, if you needed some artboards, you would click this here. Okay, so these are your basic presets. Now you're going to kind of get into a few different things where you might have to post online, or you might have to have some things printed out. And so you might want to mess with your resolution. Now, the average normal preset resolution is 300, but there might be a time where you have a client who requests for the resolution to be in 50 or 72. This is where you would set that preset, and you can have the resolution in pixel inches or pixel centimeters. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave mine at 300 just for simplicity, and I'm going to go ahead and go down to my color modes. So here I have my different color modes here. Your basic color modes and your most common that you're going to use is RGB and CMYK. RGB standing for red, green, blue. CMYK standing for cyan, magenta, yellow, and K is for black. We're going to go into some details and explore a bit about RGB and CMYK, and that's going to be in another video. But if you are interested in changing those color modes, this is how you would do that here. Okay. And you can take some time to kind of explore these different settings. If you want to access some advanced options, you can access that here. If you wanted to change the background of your canvas, if you want it to be black, if you want it to be transparent, you can do that here. I'm going to go ahead and just change the color to black just so you can kind of see. I'm going to name my file here. I'm just going to call it file. And I'm going to just so you can kind of see, change the width so you can see the different measurements. So I have my document details here. I'm going to create my own specialized document, so I'm not going to use any of the presets that they give me. And I'm going to hit create. And so here is my document here. And so notice that I have my background set to black, so it automatically set to black. It is width 12 inches, 5 inches. Tells me down here as well that set document preset. I had it set to 300 ppi. And so this is how you basically create a document. I'm going to show you really quickly if you did want to use some of the already provided presets that Adobe gives you. Let's just do something for mobiles for fun. I'm going to click on view all, and let's say we want to do an iPhone. Okay. Name my file iPhone. And this time I'm going to have my background set to white and hit create. Okay. So here we are. So I have my measurements, which it tells me down here is, I'm going to round it up, say 10 by 18, 72 ppi. Background's white. And so I just use the iPhone preset size that they give me here. Okay. Go right back to that new document window. And I'm just going to scroll down to here. And so some really cool features about Adobe, they give you some templates that you can use and kind of work off of. And so these are some templates that I've used in the past. You can search some templates on the Adobe stock, which is a website that has different stocks such as templates, fonts, just images, just different stock things that they provide. Sometimes you have to pay, some things are for free. But if you're interested in finding just different stock templates, you can always search that here. And it'll open up Google or Safari, and you can find some different templates there. So I'm going to actually click on one of these just so you can see. This is a holiday card that I was working on. And here is a little stock image. So these are how you can open up some new documents and set those appropriate document settings in Adobe. So again, depending on what project you're working on, whether it's web or for print, you can use some of these predefined presets here, or you can set your own specialized presets as well. Okay. Alrighty.